Morning Year 5s. It is Wednesday, we're already coming to halfway through the week, and it is time for our maths today. Lots of great noises coming from you guys at the moment with your maths this week. Something that's challenging you, but once you've got it, is really you're really finding like, oh yeah, I've got this, I've learnt something new. So we're going to keep that going forward. But let's have a look at our do nows first. Which, to be fair, shouldn't be too bad. So, we're rounding to the nearest 100,000. This should be nice and simple for you guys now. So, nearest 10, there's our 1, there's our 10. 2 rounds down, so that stays as it is. So, it should be 9,090. Nearest 100, let's have a look at the 100. Okay, the one before the 100 is a 9, that rounds up. So, that clicks over to a 1. So it's 9,100. Printing it a bit small today. And then the thousands, you can probably look at that. 9,092. Definitely close to 9,000 and 10,000, isn't it? So there you go. 23.8 divided by 12. Well, let's round that one down to 10. Divide by 10. 2.38, roughly. That's the speed of it. Okay, that's the speed of your estimating. Do not calculate. It needs to be something you can just do quick. Same with this one. £452 times 11. Let's make that 10. Let's make that 4,520. Okay, boom. That's how quick an estimate should be. 55 centimetres into metres. We know there are 100 centimetres in a metre. So, decimals at the end of 55. If we divide a metre into 100, it's 0.55. 55 centimetres, how many millimetres? We know there are 10 millimetres in a centimetre. So, if we multiply by 10, it becomes 55. Next one. That one doesn't look right to me. I don't know if I'm awake this morning yet. That just didn't look right to me then. Yeah, that's right. 1.2 is what percentage? Well, don't forget, you've got your whole thing here. So we're going to say 100. That's your tenths. And you've got no hundredths. So 120%. Okay. 222% is going to be 2.22. Because you've got your whole here. Remember, 100% is whole, so 200% is going to be 2 of them. And then you've got your 22%. Quarter. Some equivalents here. What's the equivalent to a quarter if the denominator is twelfths? Remember, whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So what have I done here? How have I got to 12? I've multiplied it by 3. 4, 8, 12. So I've got to do the top by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. Lovely jubbly. Alright, how many parallel lines can triangles have? Well, none. Because no matter how you draw, even if you extended them, they're always going to meet, aren't they? Because all of them meet at points. So, none. You could try and draw as many triangles as you want, but remember, parallel means they never meet. Even if you carried on drawing them. You know, if I carried on drawing that one all the way out here, it's still crossed with that one there. And that one, well, that's the same line. That one's going to cross with there. This one here hasn't got another parallel to go with. So, have a go, but you can't draw a triangle and have parallel lines. So, drawing a regular pentagon. Pentagon is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. How many lines of symmetry does an isosceles triangle have? Now, you might want to have a look at this. You might want to draw a few out. You might want to think about it and go, well, actually, if I've got 2 sides that are the same and one that isn't, I can only fold it that way. Even if I draw it kind of like that, I'm only going to be able to fold it that way. Can't fold it that way. So it's 1. Okay? Right, on to the main bit of today. And a little bit of teaching as well. Now, on your sheet, you'll have just got, hopefully, the link to 4 quadrants. Now, I need to say something first. I got muddled up when I told you what the quadrants were called. So I'm just going to get this up. Now, you haven't got this for today because I just want you to have a play on the games and get used to this. But, just going to zoom in a little bit. Remember the other day I said it went 1, 2, 3, 4. So first quadrant, second quadrant, third. It goes the other way. Completely my fault. And I realised that only yesterday afternoon. So it goes anti-clockwise, not clockwise. Okay, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually, yesterday's work, where I said it's the first and fourth quadrant we're working in, we weren't. We were working in the first and second quadrant. That's a big, I'll put my hands up and say whoops to that. That a little misconception of myself there. I always thought it went that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So yesterday's work, we were in the first and the second quadrant. Okay? I used to think mine makes more sense going around that way. But yeah, so it's anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the fourth one. That's the third one, second, first. Anyway, it's not a big issue, but something that I do want to correct because I don't like that I didn't say that right. So, today you've got all 4 quadrants. So yesterday, you're looking at the first and second, not first and fourth. And hopefully, you're able to move along the X and then up the Y. Okay? Today, we've got all 4. Now, the skill is no different. If you could do the work Monday, if you could do the work Tuesday, then you can do today's work. You just go along the X first. So remember, when we started with the first quadrant, you go along the X, and the correct way felt like going right, didn't it? From left to right. Minus is like the wrong way. It feels like the wrong way. It's the same with the Y. So you always go up the Y, while the minus will be going down the Y. So it's like it feels like it's the wrong way. That's how I think about it. So if it's a minus number, it's the wrong way to what you'd normally go to. And the same skill applies. You go along the X, and then you do the Y. So if my first coordinate was -2, 4, I'd go right. -2 is going to be on the X. So there's my -2. 4 is going to be there. And we did something like that yesterday, didn't we? If I said 7 minus 4, right, the -4 is the Y, because it's the last one. So 7, go along the X, 7, -4. Well, that's not -4. Here's -4, down here. Okay? So you always go along the X first, and then you go up or down the Y. But it is as simple as that. That is it. You've got to remember the X first, and the minus numbers are kind of like the wrong way. Okay? So, with that in mind, because obviously you've not got that sheet, I've just used that to help you out a little bit. With that in mind, you've got this. I just want you to be practicing on all 4 quadrants today. All right, you've got a few games, a few tasks if you can have a go with them. I tried to think of something where you could have a go plotting, because obviously in class we'd have square paper. I'd give you the coordinate grids, and we'd be plotting. I can't do that with you, but I have found something that might help a little bit. It's this website here. After trawling through the internet, I found this, and so you should see this when it comes up. If you go down here, look, you can make it full screen. So, it's not the best, but it does the job for what I want to do today. Annoyingly, I've not worked out how to make you see more of this. At first, I thought you just kind of zoomed, but that's a search. So I haven't quite yet worked out. What about view? Yeah. See, I don't want to get lost in all of this, so I'm going to click off that. So leave it as this for now. And all I want you to do is, if you click on that one there, click on point, you can start to plot some coordinates. So you might want to put 2, 6 in there. This one here I put in earlier, just to point out that it's going up in evens. The increments are in 2s. So you've got to realise that halfway is 1. Okay. You might want to do 6, 4. And then you might want to have a go with some others. So you might want to go 8 minus 2. Put that one down there. And then you might want to do minus 3, 1. And that one will go kind of in there. Then, once you've had a little play, you can, I think it's that one, segment, and you can kind of join them up. And you can, there you go, just have to click each time. You can have a go with your coordinates and drawing stuff. I'm really annoyed I can't work out how to zoom out and see more. I mean, feel free to have a little play, but I'd be warned, you're going to get lost in this, because this isn't for Key Stage 2, this is a, this has got algebra on it, this has got loads of stuff on it. So be cautious clicking too many things, so I don't need to get lost and confused. If you do, just exit it and click on the link again. But essentially, all I've done is click on point, and then it's segment to join them up. And that's all I've had to play with at the moment, okay? The other brilliant thing, and actually the best thing I like about this website, this link though, is that you can't tell, but right at the bottom, it says input. And what you can do is you can practice putting in coordinates. So what I want you to do is, like, predicting. So if you think, oh, you know, especially with the new bits today, maybe trying to get one in the, number 1, 2, in the third quadrant. Maybe you're trying to get one over here and go, oh, minus 4, minus 2. Minus 4, minus 2, is that going to be correct? You can type in, so put a bracket, minus 4, comma, minus 2. Is that where you guessed it? It appears. It's magic. And then you take it away, it goes. So you could just start typing in 6, 8. Doesn't work, you need your brackets. Good, I like that. 6, 8 appears there. Oh, you can't even see that one. It appeared up there. So I quite like that. So have a little practice. Start guessing where some should appear, especially minus. Test you out with your minuses. So you in all 4 quadrants, you want to go to, maybe we go 11 minus 1 should be over here. Yes. So have a little play with that. Feel free. On your task, it does say, can you plot a few things? So can you plot and draw a square? Can you plot and draw an equilateral triangle? Can you plot and draw an irregular pentagon? You don't have to fit them all on at once. You can do one and then get rid of it, and do another one and get rid of it, okay? Try and get it across axes though. So, you know, when I'm saying that, don't try and do what I've done here. Get it across the axes. Don't just put them in one. Try and get it across the axes. Okay, try and get, oh, I know what I should have done. I should have said on the challenge, I should have said on it, make sure there's a point in every quadrant. There you go, make sure there's a point in every quadrant now. So I didn't put one in here. Next bit, can you create a smiley face? Can you put two eyes, a nose and a smile just by typing coordinates in? So can you get a smiley face going just by typing them in? Obviously you don't have to join that up. Then we've got our games. And the 2 games that we've been playing Monday and Tuesday, thankfully, also have all 4 quadrants. I'm going to do the alien one. Click on the alien one, all 4 quadrants, pow. And this is where you generally know whether you've got it or not. So 3, and you are going to have to type in -1. Yes. So x first, -2, -4. I think, genuinely guys, out of everything, I think this is going to be the one that helps you understand it. 4, 0. 0. Remember, that's on the x first. That is 0. So 0, 2. Along the x first. -3, 4. So I have to put the -3, 4 in. So -1, but nowhere. So it's 0. So -1, 0. And hopefully, this should be getting you into the habit of going along the x first and then up or down the y. 1, 3. Lovely. So, hope that's been useful. Hope that's been helpful. And like I say, this one is just to help you get a bit plotting, because we've been plotting a lot in school. So give it a go. Thank you very much. Good luck.